Coming up on the ZTV Sports Report.
We'll get to take a look at the men's soccer team as they battle through the MAC tournament, tuning up for the NCAAs.
And we will take a look at the Lady Zips volleyball team as they look back on their season.
We will also preview the upcoming seasons for the men and women's basketball teams, along with looking at the success of the swimming and diving team.
Everyone get excited because the ZTV Sports Report starts now. Welcome to the ZTV Sports Report, your home for everything Akron Zips Athletics. I'm Kara Riccardi.
And I'm Parker Smith.
You know, Parker, I really can't believe we only have 2 shows left this semester.
I know. It's going to be tough moving on from this team after I graduate in a month. Good luck next semester, Daniel.
Hey, now if there's one person we can trust in this studio, it would be Sir Mac.
Very true. Kind of like how we can trust the Zips to play in the MAC title game every fall.
Exactly. Let's examine the pitch as the Zips took on BGSU in their final regular season game before heading into the MAC tourney.
This week, the Akron Zips face against Bowling Green State University. If the Zips win this one, they'll secure a home game for the upcoming MAC tournament games. Getting tripped up as BGSU players trip on Akron's offense. But Akron overcomes BGSU's defense as the ball soars through the net. What a great goal for Stuart Holthusen, the sophomore from New Zealand, putting the Zips up 1-0. The following play, the Zips' own Sam Gainford gets by the defender and shoots a goal on the net. This goal puts Akron up 2-0 against BGSU. But Akron's offense is not stopping there. The game has just started as the Zips get by the defender, have a 1-on-4 against BG, gets by them, shoots for the cross, but the goalie's hands are too good for Akron's offense. The Zips are going to try for another attempt on this one, as Akron sophomore Nate Schultz gives a nice cross, and Holthusen finishes the cross, making it his second goal of the day, putting the Zips up 3-0. BG has a chance to score here as they have a free kick, and they head the cross into the goal. What a nice header from the free kick. Oh, but the call is reversed due to offsides. Oh, what a heartbreaker. The tensions are arising on the field as the BG and Zips are going at it. Oh, looks like some fists are being thrown. Oh, and some pushes. Oh, a little brutal game we got now. I can't believe the ref hasn't issued a yellow card or a red card. Adam Najm gets a nice pass to Tyler Sanda, who shoots the ball and curves it into the net. What a shot by Tyler Sanda! As the Zips triumph over BGSU 4-0, securing a home game in the upcoming MAC tournament. I wish the Zips best of luck as they continue through with the MAC tournament. For ZTV Sports Report, I'm Andrew Williams.
The Akron Zips men's soccer team took on West Virginia in the first round of the MAC tournament. Here, Adam Najm off the free kick, scores here. Then Stuart Holthusen easily puts it past the goalie, making it 2-0. But West Virginia would strike back, making it 2-1. And it seems threatening, but seconds later, Stuart Holthusen makes another run, and whoop, just past the goalkeeper, making it 3-1 Akron. And it looks like they're going to coast, but West Virginia will add another goal, 3-2. But eventually they would fall. Akron would win 3-2. And Jared Embick had some pretty heated words to say about West Virginia's play style.
And try to get behind us and process and get corner kicks and throw-ins. I mean, it would have been nice if they would try to play some soccer.
All right, Akron would then take on Buffalo in the MAC championship on Sunday, and Sam Gainford really some good work. It was his birthday on Saturday, his 21st birthday, so he didn't celebrate too much. And we could tell he was creating tons of chances. Then Robbie Danbrot here trying to make it a great weekend for the Danbrot family, but just stopped by the Buffalo goalkeeper. Here, Victor Soto off the corner kick. Oh, man. Jared Embick said after the game he was only worried about the softball field on that shot, and you can see why. It was a rocket. So it's 1-0 Akron, and here, controversy. Shane Wheat takes down a Buffalo defender. Buffalo coach got a red card sent off. Then controversial MAC Player of the Year, Russell Cicerone of Buffalo, had 2 free kick chances late to even the game, but both failed, and Akron wins their 4th straight MAC title and heads on the NCAA tournament with an automatic berth.
I tell you, it sure is great seeing the Zips at the top of the food chain in soccer again. I think they're going to make a run at it this year.
Well, being the 3rd-ranked team in the country, I'm sure you and a lot of others have that feeling about Coach Embick's squad right now.
Good point. It won't be like it was the past few years where the Zips had to take an underdog mentality going into the tournament.
And the women's volleyball team also just finished up their season, and Parker here got to sit down and talk to 3 seniors on the team.
It really was cool hearing from these 3 girls who have all come from different places to represent the Zips.
I'm sure that these 3 left a mark on the program that will carry on for years to come. Let's check it out.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, the south side.
I'm coming from Juventus, Serbia.
I'm from Ferndale, Michigan. I actually hadn't heard of Akron before I came on a visit here. I got recruited by the coaches, and so when I came here, though, I really liked the campus. I loved the team, the coaches, so that's what really drew me here.
I loved how my American experience went through Akron.
I came to Akron because I loved all the people on my visit, not only the team and the coaches, but also all the people that work here up in administration and study tables, and I just thought it was a great fit for me. I like the size of the school, and obviously the opportunity to play volleyball here is a great one at Division I level.
I've been here only 2 years, but from my first impression and right now, I think Akron for me just got better because I got to know it better.
It's definitely been a long, but it feels kind of short experience. And I know Dee only came last year, but I still feel like she went through 4 years with us. And I think we're a pretty good unit. We work well together, and it's sad to see it come to an end because it has been such a good thing for so long. I mean, obviously we have new coaches and stuff, so that has changed a couple things, but generally, like, we're still the same team. The school is still, there's been little changes with the new president and everything, but it still feels pretty much the same. Fun fact about Kelsey is she is such a great cook, and more importantly, the best baker. Like, she makes these extreme cookies with brownies on the inside and can make these cool cakes with designs on them. She just brought cupcakes to the locker room last week.
Isn't that, kind of neat during the season?
Wow.
No, yeah, I mean, it was once. I mean, it was one time. But, when in the off season.
In my defense, they weren't originally for the team, they were just extra.
Yeah, we really just leftovers. Like, oh, here you go. But she's so good and so creative. Very talented.
Fun fact about Dee is she loves to dance. Anywhere, anytime, doesn't matter. She's definitely got the foreign Latino little hands and hip thing going. So anywhere she doesn't care, she loves to dance.
I just started my first year of grad school, so I have 1 more year to go. Hopefully come back and be grad assistant, and then go back home to Chicago after that.
I still have 1 more year. I'm in the 5-year engineering program, so I'm hoping to get a co-op back at home in Michigan this summer to try to get my foot in the door there, then finish out a year here, and then hopefully move back home to Michigan after graduating next year.
I also have an extra semester because I transferred from Hutchinson, Kansas, so I lost a lot of my credits by transferring. So I'll still be here living with Kelsey.
You're watching the ZTV Sports Report. No.
One more.
I'm sorry. You're watching the ZTV Sports Report. You're watching the ZTV Sports Report. Yeah.
We are definitely going to be missing those leaders next season. From our team here, we wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Well said, Kara. We are going to now take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because coming up, we preview the men and women's basketball teams.
Along with looking at a unique way the Zips were able to impact the community. Don't go anywhere.
News, entertainment, and events. Tune in every day at 11:30, 3:30, and 8 daily on channel 45-1 to see Lights Camera Akron. Or like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at ZTV LCA.
So Same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
The U of A has its own TV station, and there's just one awesome show that needs no explanation.
It has bands and artists and something for you. It's called Load Down. It'll make your dreams come true.
Lowdown shares info on your favorite bands and artists. They go to shows. They are the teams that work the hardest.
If you're watching this in a dorm or in the union, stay seated. The show is no illusion.
Tune in to channel 45-1 for Lowdown every day at 12 and 4 and 8:30.
You're watching ZTV.
Welcome back to the ZTV Sports Report, your home for everything Akron Athletics.
The men's basketball team and Keith Dambrot have had a busy few weeks here as the basketball season is getting underway.
Yes, and this year started off with an exhibition match against Malone. Let's take a look at the results from that along with a preview of what's to come.
It was basically the Ant Jackson show against Malone for Akron. Driving in here, layup. He worked really hard in the offseason, it's showing. Powers his way in for a layup here. Then Jamon Ivey's also a redshirt freshman. He's coming in for the first time this year. Hits basically an NBA range three. Then Ant Jackson, this is how you know it's his day. Right off the top of the backboard and then Aaron Jackson to Ant Jackson to Isaiah Williams. And Ant would hit a huge three here. Akron will go on to win 113-69.
Hey guys, Brian here for the ZTV Sports Report. Zips basketball season is about to tip off this year, and we got a chance to catch up with Coach Keith Dambrot.
We have high expectations. We have an experienced team. We need to get completely healthy. We've been battling a few little injuries. Pat Forsythe, Isaiah Johnson, Jake Kretzer, Noah Robotham. Most of them will play other than Noah, but we feel like we have enough experience, we have enough skill level, we're big and strong, that we should be able to make a nice run.
The Zips roster has strengthened this offseason by adding 2 talented freshmen.
Well, Josh has been one of the best freshmen we've ever had here. He's done a really good job of acclimating himself to the college game. And Jamon Ivey is an explosive offensive player that, as we continue to improve him at the defensive end, he'll become an impact player for us.
Coach is also helpful to have his seniors, Pat Forsythe, Reggie McAdams, and Jake Kretzer, lead the team to some wins this year.
Well, we have to get Jake and Pat healthy. Jake's been battling this bad back, and Pat's had numerous injuries. He had an infection in his hand that had to have surgery. He hurt his knee a little bit. But those 3 guys are good, solid players that have been in a lot of big ball games here. And we needed them really to have great years for us to have great success.
Staying with the seniors, we also got a chance to catch up with Jake Kretzer, asked him about the outcome last season and his hopeful predictions for this season.
You know, those struggles last year, I mean, anything you go through that you hit adversity, you know, really shows what you have as a team. You know, it shows true character. Those issues last year have only made us stronger. We know that injury is always a possibility in basketball, and if there's an injury, you know, next guy has to step up and be ready to go. So from that, you know, we've been able to get other guys more experience from problems that we've had in the past. So this year, I think we have more core guys ready to go if anything were to happen.
With all the adversity and injuries towards the end of the season last year, Akron fell to Buffalo 68-59 in the MAC tournament. But that hasn't stopped Jake from being optimistic for this season.
I'm a little banged up right now. You know, it's like I'm just trying to get better so I can do whatever I can to get the team some wins. You know, it's my last ride at this. You know, I want to go out a winner. I want to go out a champion with a ring and get back to the NCAA tournament. It's been 2 years since we've been back, so that's kind of going to go into it with a chip on my shoulder this year. Just leave it all on the court every game and try to do the best I can for last year.
With good wins over both Malone and Cleveland State, they are looking forward to the matchups against Hiram, Arkansas, and Villanova. Coach Dambrot hopes their success lasts through the season, so maybe they can win a MAC title and make it to the NCAA tournament again. This has been Brian Bielko for the ZTV Sports Report.
The men sure do look like they are going to be a force to be reckoned with this season.
I expect nothing less from a Keith Dambrot team in the MAC. I feel like it's going to be the same expectation every year from these guys, win or bust.
That is the standard after the consistent success the team has delivered year in and year out.
Something that the team has done differently this year is participate in a Coaches vs. Cancer game in Kent, opening up their season against Cleveland State, all centered around a good cause.
You always have to love seeing athletes come together for a greater purpose. Let's see what it was all about.
Well, it's a big time event, number one. We have to do our part to make sure that we help with the cure of cancer. Everybody's been touched by it at some point or another. This program in particular, the players and the coaches were very, very close to Coach Peters. So we'll be playing our hearts out for him.
You know, it's going to be huge for us. You know, we're going to play for Pete that game as we do every game. You know, I mean, Coach Peters was a really great coach to me. You know, he's close to my heart. And it's anytime we play in a game like this where it's going to be a little extra for us, some effort for us going to the game. You know, knowing that we're playing for more of a cause than just ourselves and just this team. So it's going to be a big game for us.
The Akron's men's basketball team was back, and they were back in a big way as they participated in the Coaches vs. Cancer event at Kent State. Their opponents would be the Cleveland State Vikings. And just like that, the 2015-2016 season was underway. First half, Antono Jackson drops the dime and Jamond Ivey deposits it. Loose ball and the Zips come up with it. Reggie McAdams hits the Quan, and Quan Cheatham gives the Zips a 19-6 lead. Jamond doesn't like the initial look, but gets the ball back from Antono and cans the three. The three-point shot was a huge weapon for the Zips as they built a huge first half lead. Here, Kretzer dishes to Josh Williams and bang bang, and he hits the three. Good defense is showing by the Zips as time expires, and they would send the Vikings to halftime with an 18-point deficit. Early second half, Antono Jackson and Pat Forsyth with a nice two-man game off the pick, and yakum! Cleveland State would make a run. Off a nice outlet pass, there would be a missed layup, but Andre Yates with the putback would trim the Zips lead to 14. During the Cleveland State run, the Zips would get a little careless with the ball, and here Terrell Hells would intercept the pass and take it all the way for a classy dunk. Antono would say enough of that. Here he finds Quan with an easy bucket. Then, off a long rebound, here he comes coast to coast, a little bump foul, and it drops. He would complete the and one. Isaiah Johnson double teamed in the post, kicks it out to Kretzer. One more pass, Reggie for three. Antono Jackson re-enters our highlight and drops one off to Isaiah, who shows some nice touch around the basket for two. The Zips would go on to win 65-53.
I could watch stuff like that all day. It's great to see a difference being made at the hands of some MAC basketball.
Yes, and it was also great to see the Zips walk away with a W, but either way, it was for a great cause.
Absolutely, but I am anxious to see the Zips in their upcoming matches against Arkansas and Villanova.
Before we continue on with the women's team, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. The ZTV Sports Report will be right back.
You're not a part of it.
They like to have fun here at Akron After Hours.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
School is back, class has resumed. It can only mean one thing. Goofing off is back on air.
Be sure to tune in at 12:30, 4:30, and 9 o'clock daily to see our show on channel 45-1. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube page, and check out our Instagram.
With entertainment and just good screens. Goofing off, gotta watch it.
You're watching ZTV.
As promised, we will now take a look at the women's basketball team and Coach Kest as they prepare to build off last season's success.
With a talented and fast team, Akron will not be an easy matchup this year.
And led by Anita Brown, the Zips have the leadership that they need to contend once again.
Let's take a closer look at Anita and her progress as a Zip.
The Akron Zips women's basketball team is back on the hardwood for their 2015-2016 campaign, and they're led by senior guard number 15, Anita Brown. Last season, Anita posted outstanding numbers, averaging 18.8 points per game, which ranked third in the Mid-American Conference. Her performance last season also earned her second-team All-MAC honors as a junior. Anita co-starred on last year's team alongside forward Senna King, who won last season's 2014-2015 Mid-American Conference Player of the Year. I got the chance to catch up with Anita, who talked about her team's outlook for this season without Senna King, and how her teammates take the pressure off her shoulders by providing a strong supporting cast.
No, my teammates do a great job of helping me stay comfortable. I think we lost Senna, and that was a lot, but we have a lot of people that are great role players this year, so they do a great job of just making me feel a lot less pressure.
Okay, you're a dominating prowess on offense, and what do you think is the best way you like to score, whether it's isolation, pick and roll, off the dribble, or even off a screen? And also, if you want to go into how Coach Kest puts you in the right position on the floor to use your talents to score baskets.
We have a lot of plays that put me in isolation situations, and it allows me to either drive and kick or just make the read. So I like the isolation, and I also like the pick and roll because I like to just make the read and find my teammates.
Speaking of roles, you're also one of 3 seniors on the team. Now, I know you're a little bit shy, but I know people are looking up to you to be a team leader on the team. How do you think you're feeling to your new role as team leader?
I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm not much of a vocal leader, but I think if I just go out and play hard, everyone else will follow my lead. So I know that I'm a huge part of how hard everyone goes each day. So I know if I come out and give 100% effort each day, then everyone else will follow my lead.
Last season was a good one for the Zips, who went 12-6 in conference play while finishing in second place in the MAC East Division. Unfortunately, the Zips had an early exit from the Mid-American Conference tournament by going one and done in a quarterfinal loss to Eastern Michigan. Anita describes the team's emotions following last year's disappointing loss in the conference tournament.
Really, we just all remember the bad taste that was left in our mouth after the tournament game in Cleveland. And we use that as motivation every day to get back and compete and make sure we finish first this year.
According to MacSports.com, Akron is predicted to finish second in the MAC East Division behind the Ohio Bobcats, who won the Mid-American regular season and conference tournament crowns last year. This season, we'll see if Anita Brown and the Zips can capture the East Division crown and make a run at the conference tournament championship.
Don't sleep on Anita this year. She is going to be a force.
I cannot wait to see how the season plays out for them, but I am also intrigued by the recent performances from the highly talented swimming and diving teams.
Great point. Let's wrap up this week's coverage with an inside look at the back-to-back MAC champions.
I expect them to come in with an attitude that every single session, whether that's dry land, lifting, whether we're in the water, whether the divers are on the boards or in their dry land room, that they're going to walk away from that practice being better than they were when they jumped or when they got here.
I've never been on a team like this before where it's everyone's supporting each other and very positive. We want to beat each other in practice, but it's not bad competitiveness, I guess you could say. We're all supportive, there for each other, and have each other's backs.
One of the things that we try to do is we try to learn from each other. I want to learn from them. They all come from distinctively different backgrounds, and for me and for us, our program to get better, it's important that we're always trying to change, evolve, fine-tune, sharpen the knife just a little bit more. One of the things that we're trying to do right now is really start to get a little bit more focused on some of the smaller things. And what I mean by that is our starts, our turns, our relay starts. You know, at the beginning of the season, we're a little sloppy and we're a little bit out of shape. But now that we've had a few months of training underneath our belt, I think now is a very good time where we're able to make some changes with our strokes. We're able to adjust our starts, our turns, and actually have them stick when we're going through a hard training set. Whereas when we're not in shape, it's really hard to keep those finer details in check when we're doing stuff that's tougher.
Coming back from 2 MAC titles is definitely hard, but it's a challenge we're willing to take.
We can't control the other teams. We can't control the score on the scoreboard. The only thing that we can control is ourselves and how we approach our races, how we approach our dives. And if we have those laid out well, if we have a good mental plan, and then we perform at our best, the rest will take care of itself.
You got to be impressed by the tradition this team has built.
Can't argue with that. Would love to see some of our other programs learn from the success of the swimming and diving team.
Speaking of success, I would venture to say that this episode has been pretty successful.
Hey, any episode where we get to explore the world of Akron athletics is a good one in my book.
Of course, Parker. But before we go, don't forget to check out our social media pages. You can follow us on Twitter at ZTV Sports or check out our Facebook page, ZTV Sports Report.
Thanks for joining us this week on the ZTV Sports Report, your home for everything Akron Zips athletics.
We'll see you next time.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. To find out how you can make Emmy-winning media, visit the UA School of Communication online. ZTV. Make media. Make a difference.